Hi everyone, Laura here from Razor's Edge Hair Salon and Wig Boutique in Timmins, Ontario. Today we're going to discuss toppers. Um, when you choose a topper, you have to look at if you need it for extra thickness, extra body. Then it's not that you can just go with a small one. But if you have a certain amount of hair loss, you want to be able to clip it in where it's a little bit thicker. So you'd want to measure where where you have a little bit less hair. You'd want to measure, and you'd want to go about at least a good half inch past it. So that would decide the size topper you would need, because there are different toppers. So that would go help you decide the size you need. You also a little bit of dry shampoo really does help. If you put a little bit of dry shampoo prior to put a topper in, it would just, you wouldn't have to back home so much, because sometimes you have to back home a little bit so you have something to grab onto. So by doing a little bit of a dry shampoo, it would help with that. And dry shampoo is also good for shine. If you find that your synthetic toppers are too shiny, that's really going to help take care of that shine. You spray a little bit on, and I find I like dry shampoo too to help give lift to my topper. So dry shampoo can be used for quite a few things. I'm gonna start with this little short one. I'm just gonna show you guys a few. Now this is a bigger one. This is from my Canadian company. The color is 1226, and it's a heat friendly one. So heat friendly do like heat. So once in a while you'd want to do a flat iron on low heat over it, or a little bit of steam, and it will help prolong the life of it. A heat friendly topper or wig always feels nice and soft, but they're a bit more work. You can add more curls too if you want with a low heat curling iron, which is a nice thing. But still be careful if you're opening a stove door. Now that's a big burst of heat. So still stand back even if it's heat friendly. I'm not going to clip these on, but I'm just going to show you. Topmost has a little bit of a, see where your part is? It's got a little bit of mono there. So it would look like it's your part. I'm just going to clip one in to show you. And you want to scoop and clip. And then you make it work with your own hair. See, you would want to pull some of your hair through. Like for my length of hair, this one would be a good size, and it's got a little bit of a bang to it. And then I'll just clip this one on just so you can see. You open it up, and you make sure when you put it away, you always close those clips, because the hair obviously is going to get tangled in it. So it's a good idea. Even when you're storing your wigs, it's a good idea to store them on a head, on a styrofoam head, or a plastic wig tree, and away from the sun. So if you have a closet to put them in, that's better. Don't leave them in your car, because that could damage, because that extreme heat can get you some cold press in there, or reshape it where you don't want it reshaped. Now isn't this cute? So if you want to add a little bit of body, and your hair's not that long, look at that. Then you want to pull some of your own hair through and blend it in. Now, if you have one that pulls a bit, like this one pulls a bit on me, I just go back in, re-clip, and there we go. Now it doesn't pull. So you just kind of work it in. But isn't this cute? This is topmost. Just blend it in, because some people don't want a full wig. So this is a great way to start. See how I'm styling my own hair with it? So again, this is topmost in the color 1226. My hair color is 8. That's what I color with at the salon. So if your own hair color is 8, ask your stylist. This would be a good match for you. I've got a lot of product in my hairs. You wouldn't have so much. It would be easier to take off. And you just clip it back in. So this size, this one, you just check quickly. This one was 18 inches apart, so that's one of the bigger ones. It's at about here. If you're just starting, just a bit of hair loss, or you might want just a smaller one. Let me show you a smaller one. Now this is a smaller one. It's got, you can see, so it wouldn't cover quite as much. So, like I say, make sure that you are clipping into healthy, thicker hair. So make sure that this would work for you. This one is Easy Part Medium HD 12-inch from John Renault, and the color is 10148. So I'm just going to clip the front. See what this one looks like inside? It's all mono. So you can put your part anywhere you like within this frame. Whereas this one, you want to keep your part where the mono part is. This one's a little less money than that one. You know, they're still affordable though. This one you would just, again, I'll just clip the front one to show you. Obviously this is too long for my hair, but it gives you a good idea. Now you could go in there and cut a little bang also if you'd like. You know, have your stylist cut you a little bang. I always say that, and you can even, you know, blend some in of your own hair in there. But see, it's not too thick, and it would just add a little bit to your own hair. And again, you'd have longer hair if you were wearing this. You could incorporate some of your own hair through. So even if it's not a perfect match, you can still, like, obviously mine would not work with this, but if you have a really light hair, you can work with it. Then if you cut a bang in and you pull some of your own hair through, it would actually be cute. So texturizing scissors. If you go to your stylist, I always cut wigs or toppers with texturizing scissors and my razor, my blade. Then I just, if I have to, a little bit my scissors, and allow for lift, because they lift quite a bit when you cut. So I always start longer and make my way up. So that's a 12-inch Easy Part from John Renault. And that's where it's sitting on my head. So it gives you an idea. So if you're thinner here, this is just a nice one. And that's a nice starting one up to, let's say you have a little bit that might be a little lower, but you're not clipping where the clips are. Perfect too, you know, because most times if you're starting with this, you don't want to start with a great big one, you know. Hi, Brigitte. It's good to see you. We're discussing toppers today. Isn't this a pretty color? This is a little 12-inch, just tiny little one, sits about there. Okay. So this one's from John Renault, basic little one. This is Playmate Straight. You can see it's a little bit, it's definitely thicker. Hi, Shirley, it's good to see you. Hi, Anna, it's good to see you. So it's definitely thicker than last one I had. It's got a little bit more bulk. But again, this would work well with my length. It's got the mono crown. So the mono crown right here would look like your scalp, but here you'd have permatease, but very breathable, so you wouldn't feel too warm wearing it, you know. But if you want something that's not, doesn't have quite as much poof, that last one I showed you would probably be it. If you're just coming on, it's worth going back to at the beginning. I show how to measure, what to watch for when you decide the size that you would need. Like now, I'm not going to clip all these in. I just want to go through them real quick and show you a few. So again, with my length hair, this would be a good size. Now, what I was talking to you about. Now, see, this is full mono. So this, you can see if you look at both, you can see this is more bulky than what this is. So if you have less hair, you might be better off starting with something like that. And all of these can be texturized also by your stylist. You bring it into your stylist and she can cut the bang and she can take some of the bulk away. Any wig that you find is too thick, bring it in, and sometimes it'll end up being your favorite wig. Now if you like a lot of weight, a lot of height, you might like this. It's a pretty one, and the price is really right on this one. So even a lady with shorter hair, this would work. Shorter than mine is. Now, see how it's a little poofier there? Now, look at the difference when I put this one on. Take them off very gently. Like I said, I have hairspray, I have wax. The only thing you'd have in your hair is a little bit of dry shampoo. I would recommend, and some back combing. And even if I could tie this back, and then you wouldn't see my bang at all. Let me just do that so you can see a little bit better what I'm trying to show you. Some like to incorporate their bang in, but some don't. If you're really changing the color underneath, just take that, even if it's not quite as thick, you can just clip it back. Now, you're not going to see this under the topper. So now let me show you this topper. This is an Henri Margu topper. Oops. So definitely this would be for shorter hair than I have. But see how it's not as thick here? So you got to really take into consideration what you're looking for. Do you want more bulk or don't you? If you're starting and you have very thinning hair, chances are you would prefer something like this that's a little flatter than what the other one was. It's got a cute little bang. Again, it could be blended to work with your hair. Although there wouldn't be much to do to this one. Look how nice it falls. Even on shorter hair, this would be nice. So this is the Henri Margu. Let me just take it off. This is the Henri Margu Delight Color 56. So it's a nice silver. Hi, Leslie. It's good to see you. Hi, Louise. It's good to see you. Okay. This is again, mono top, so you can see through it. See how it's nice and light? You could go to your stylist, have it texturized, have it to fit to your hair. You can, if you need a little bit more coverage in the front, you'd put this in the front. Mostly this is made to go in the back, but I've had some people that flip it around just because they have very little hair, but they have more there, but also the opposite. So you play with it. But again, most ladies, this is the back, but definitely can play with it because it's mono. You can put that part wherever you'd like that part. So let me just clip this in. See how nice that falls? It's a beautiful red. This is from my Canadian company. Discreetly perfect. I'll have to check the color after. Is anybody else having trouble seeing me, or is it good? Louise is saying I'm not moving. Maybe leave and come back, Louise. See how nice this is? And again, very easy to cut a little fringe in, even a little of a sideways fringe. My own hair is coming through here. But look how it's not thick at all. So you're just adding a little bit, and you don't have that bulk. So if you put that on, it would look very, very natural. I'm not clipping them like I said earlier. I don't have to clip them all around, but it gives you an idea. If you and just be careful taking it out. And if you have thin hair, again, make sure you're getting past where your hair loss is. If it's just for volume, it doesn't matter. You'd even like this one or this one. Look, they're both small one. This is Canadian company. This is John Renault. They're very similar. Now this color, this ginger color, is called 3025. This one is heat friendly, so you can add a few curls with low heat on it, or even curlers. Is anybody having trouble seeing me? I know Louise is saying I'm not moving. Can you hear me talking, Louise? Is everybody else okay to see me? Am I moving, or am I freezing on there? So again, just gives you an idea, not very big, where it's at, so you'd get more coverage back here. I don't know if you noticed when I went around. Now this is a longer one. This is a mono top style 12-inch, the color 5651. So that color is, you can see it's lighter in the front, goes darker in the back. little bit darker in the back. It's a mono, so you see through. You can put your part anywhere. But this is a big topper. That's almost like wearing a wig. So it's much bigger. But this here, you can put your part anywhere, and it's a double mono. So you get extra protection, but you got a little bit more bulk in there. Let me just put her on. Again, this one has no clip in the front. So if you have your hairlines missing, like let's say you're really receding, you can put a little bit of, see, you have the polyurethane here, so you can put a little bit of wig tape on there, or a little bit of the glue. Right, the It Stays glue is amazing from John Renault. It's water soluble, so it washes off really well. Or there's this tape. This is like really strong tape. That'd be hard to take off. But there's different tapes for different. The blue tape. People love the blue tape. They tell me they love the blue tape. So you can cut yourself little strips and put it in the front and then glue it down. Then you know it's not going to move. Because some people just don't have, they just can't clip it here because the hair is not there to clip on. So glue it down and always make sure you're at 4 fingers. That's where your hairline would be. So you want to try to make your topper sit at 4 fingers. So this would be right here. Obviously, you wouldn't be seeing it's still pretty. It's a little more hair, but it's also longer. Isn't that just gorgeous? Now, you would tape this down, and then you would clip in. And when you're clipping, you just scoop and clip. And if you have a little bit of back combing, it's easy to do so. Sometimes you have to readjust, make it straight. But I find sometimes it's easier if you glue it down where you want it, and then you go and clip it in, and just readjust after. You can move it, readjust to where you would need it. Well, now this is, like I said, a fairly thick topper, but you bring it in, get it texturized, make it work because the color is very beautiful. That 5651 is a beautiful color. Now I have this gorgeous one here too. This is a human haired one. This is from my Canadian company. It's called Switch It Up Human Hair L1016. Now when I got it in, it didn't look like this. I've washed this topper. I've conditioned it, put a little bit of mousse in it, put a little bit of luster lock, just use a good leave-in and a good thermal protector. But I washed it, I towel dried it a bit, and I left it on my block overnight to dry. So today I came in, put thermal protector, and did a light flat ironing on her. Isn't it beautiful? This is the color L1016. So again, this is one of those you could have more in the front or more hair at the back. When it came in, it had a good separation, but that's from the factory. Once you wash it, that's going to come out of there, and it's going to look so natural. Look at this. Look at this next to my hair. Gorgeous. So if I would say if you're thinking of a human hair topper, maybe start with a synthetic one first. You're not investing as much. But once you find out you like wearing toppers, or you want a topper, look at how gorgeous this is. Now this would be, see how nice it blends in? This would love it. But a bit short, well, that's the thing, and this can be shortened also. I order it a bit longer, and I customize it to the person. So if you got a nice bob to here, I'll cut it to here, or you can have your stylist cut it to there. But you can also order shorter ones where, you're looking at the money. You don't need a great long one if you're going to have short hair. But if you're just taking a bit off, this is perfect, easy to put a bang in if you want one. Look at how nice that is. And this is its size. So you're getting past if you have a little bit of hair loss here, or you want extra volume. Look at it. It's not a thick. This would blend in so much with your own hair. Look at how the density is not high at all. And being human hair. It can also be colored. It comes in different colors, but if you're going in a salon and they just have this, it can be colored to match your hair. But also remember, it's easier to match your hair to a topper than it is to get the perfect topper for your hair. We have lots of colors, but you can't cover all the colors that are out there. So, and even if it's not quite right, look, my hair is darker. But if your hair was a bit darker underneath and it was long, obviously, it would still be a good match. It would just look a little bit darker underneath. And how often do you do that with colors, right? And you could also, if you have a little bit of bang, you could bring some of your own bang in and incorporate it in there. But look at the quality of this topper. It's so beautiful. And like I say, washed or not washed makes a difference. You might get a topper and say, oh my gosh, there's a line there. Give it a chance. If you like the color, you like the size, and this can also be curled because it's human hair. But with human hair, it's going to be recurled. It's a lot like synthetic. You get a curly, wavy synthetic wig, it's going to stay that way. You're not going to have to recurl it unless it's heat friendly. You might want to retouch. You will have to retouch it, but not the curls, but add a little bit of steam or a bit of heat just to, add to the life of that wig. So that makes sense what I'm saying? Does anyone have questions? And see, I just have the front top clipped in. Let me just clip this one in completely. It's secure. Those clips don't hurt. If you're going out anywhere, that's not going anywhere. But I did put products. If you're trying to clip a wig into your bio hair and you don't have any product in there, it's gonna be slippery. Even don't condition before you put a topper on. If you don't condition, that conditioner makes the hair slippery. Stay away from the conditioner. And dry shampoo, any dry shampoo. If you can get one from the stylist, even better. But any dry shampoo will do. Like this has no shine. I did add a little bit, just a tiny bit of argan oil, just to give a bit of shine on the ends. Very little. Like I say, make sure you get professional products. The pH is balanced on professional products. It will make your hairpiece last longer. You're putting an investment in human hair. You want to make sure you're using the proper products. Don't go buy Pantene and put it on your topper because you're going to hurt that topper. You're going to really shorten its life. You want the pH balanced one. Does that make sense? Now look at this. This is beautiful. I love this color because it's got some beautiful highlights to it. So again, L1016. So I hope you enjoyed. So no questions from anyone? Hope you saw it okay on YouTube there. Might have been a bit high. There we go. Well, I thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. I enjoyed my time with you, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you so much. You take care. Okay. Bye-bye.